Time with Jess, coming to you always like super professional in my garage here. So I'll wait for some of you guys to come in. I know how this usually goes. I go live and I have to wait because I don't schedule my lives. Even though I will be scheduling the one that I'm going to be doing later. Waiting. Listen, enough of you guys have emailed me. Like, where are you at, Jess? Are you okay? Yes, I am fine. So just waiting for some of you guys to come in here and I'll share what my live stream, who I'm going to have on later. I think you guys will be pretty interested in that. If you're in here, you could say hi. Hi, Gina. Good morning to you. Um, so I wrote a community post pretty late last night. You guys may have seen it, you may not have. Good morning at I Am What I Am. And I said I'll be having a guest on. It's somebody that you've all wanted to hear from. So I will be having Mr. Kurt Wadsworth on my show later. And it's either going to be later today or tomorrow. So I need to hammer out the details of exactly how our times are matching up because I'm over here on the East Coast. Obviously, they're in Nevada. So, but we are going to be talking to Kurt. So he has agreed. Yes, he has agreed to come on and talk with me and answer some questions. So hi, Tortitude. Morning, Jess. I've got C19. I'm high risk, booked in for anti-revival. Oh my goodness. I hope you're okay, Torty. I really do hope you're okay. But yeah. So I have come up with questions that I see over and over and over come up for Kurt that I'm going to be asking him. But if you guys have some questions that, you know, you want answered or, you would like to ask Kurt to answer, I can jot them down. And when we have him on, I can ask him. He's pretty open to talking. So that's what we're going to be doing. I am not going to have anybody being disrespectful in my chat or anything like that. Um, I think a lot of people have wanted to hear from him, and you're going to. So, you know, trolls be gone. We're not gonna have time for that. Okay. So again, yes, I plead the fifth. We're gonna have Kurt, and this is not going to be a phone call that's made where he doesn't know he's on a live stream. He's gonna be very aware that he's on a live stream. But again, you know, we're gonna be respectful because no matter who you're interviewing on your channel, you show some respect. He doesn't have to give me his time whatsoever, but he's going to. And so, I'm willing to hear him out. There's a lot of potentials in Dylan's case. And with as much heat that has been brought onto Kurt, um, it'll be good to hear from him. And again, he's willing to ask or answer direct questions. So, again, if you guys have any questions that are just like eating you alive, that you would like asked, you can let me know now. And again, I'll jot them down, and we can do that. I mean, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 questions so far that I would like to ask Kurt. Um, so yeah, plead the fifth. This isn't going to be like a, are we still on the air? Yeah, yeah, you are. So you know, I plead the fifth. What made him direct the family to Robert's mom's house? Um, I have addressed that before, but I think it's best um, that he answer that. You guys can hear it from him. And I actually already have that question wrote down. I plead the fifth. So, um, why did he make the call that night? Yeah, I have that wrote down. Um, we are going to ask him about that. And again, I do know the answer to it, but I think it would be better hearing it from him. Hello, Arbats. How are you? So that's what we're going to be doing. Um, I, I was struggling sort of with this case because there's a lot, and it's a little frustrating when you do like actual research and then you just sort of see these streams that are just super like salacious and drama and stuff, and it's really exciting for people, and I get that, but this is an active investigation. So it's just there has to be some integrity here, and things like that. So hey Jess, do you know if Dylan had any big money items missing, fertilizer, etc? I don't believe anything of his was missing as far as I'm aware, except for his wallet and his phone. So I don't think so. But not exactly sure. And that would actually be another good question to ask Kurt, because I do think that Kurt would know something like that. Um, so I plead the fifth. Number one question: did Kurt beat up Chase? I do know the answer to that as well. But again, I'll let him answer that, and um, that's already a question for him. So, um, yeah, I think I watch chats and stuff, and I see people ask so many questions, and I'm like, I know the answer to that, but sometimes I'll like answer them, and sometimes just like, I'll leave it alone. I plead the fifth. I am leaning towards Chase now, Jess. Yeah, I tried to say that to you guys. Everybody hopped on this bandwagon of sorts, but I've even in other cases, I've always said to you guys, like, you must look at cases objectively. You cannot just pick one person. That's it. That's what happened. I mean, look at Summer's case. Honestly, it's all over the place, and there's so many different possibilities. We've had to like literally entertain all of those possibilities, and we still haven't came to a conclusion in that case, which is still incredibly sad to me. Um, I think Dylan's case might be a little bit different. I think there's probably going to be some movement in that case, maybe a little bit faster. Um, we'll see. But I think I think Kurt's answers for you guys are gonna help clear up some stuff. And give you guys more insight into some things. So, I mean, there's like information and stuff that I've known for, a couple weeks, and I just keep in mind that, active investigation, and I don't think that, like, we should be having people come on and then ridiculing them, and stuff like that. It just, I feel like it's counterproductive to getting any sort of information. That's sort of like Dylan Berg. Dylan, if you're watching, hi. Um, I've had, a few conversations with Dylan. We've texted a lot. So, there was things even after that live stream. Dylan texted me right away, right after that live stream. And we spoke for quite a while. Um, but I plead the fifth. But then once you said Robert was in jail, also made me start thinking why? Why would Chase and Robert both be in jail, but not Kurt or Troy? Exactly. Uh, there's a lot with Robert Avilas. There's a reason that I called Box Elder County on a live stream to make sure that he was in jail. Um, I plead the fifth. He's tripping though, for real, for real. Well, you know, I think for Dylan, like when I talk to Dylan off, off air, offline, just regularly talk to him. Um, he's he's very down to earth, like most of it, So, and it's really crazy because he'll say things to me like, I did not say that Kurt was in drag. I didn't say that. And I'm like, well, Dylan, um, you know, i- if if you don't believe that Kurt was in makeup or whatever, you can't have someone sort of, force you into an answer like that. Um, did you hear Dylan's voicemail? Oh, did Dylan send a voicemail to someone? I didn't. If we're talking about Dylan Berg, um, I didn't. So, but I know that he's pretty upset with his mom being mocked and things like that. So, I've tried my best to really explain the nature of YouTube and the way how brutal YouTube could really be. And this is really to all of my sources that I've explained this in depth to them. How it can be. So that's another thing that Kurt is going to be very aware of, and is already sort of aware of. But they really have to understand that when you come on to YouTube, it's a whole different world, and you guys know that. I really don't need to explain that to you, I guess. But I plead the fifth. The call on Doug's from that Thai guy said he was known, I guess. The call on Doug's from that Thai guy. Yes, same Dylan. No, he said he had one but didn't get a chance to play it. Oh, from Tyler Feller. The call on Doug's from that Thai guy said he was known, I guess. I think Kurt can hack it. He's already been blasted. Yeah, exactly. I think I think he'll be fine. Um, it's not like his name hasn't been plastered all over YouTube, so I think he'll be fine. But you do have to understand that, not everybody likes to, be on YouTube like that. A lot of people do like their anonymity. And if you're not used to doing this, um, it's people get very nervous, in front of a camera. They get very nervous being on live streams, and they might not be the best at conveying things. I think you have to remember who, this is an older gentleman, and he lives pretty much off grid and stuff. So don't expect him to sound like some professional podcaster, because he's not going to sound like that. So you got to keep that in mind. Um, but I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine. And hopefully, he answers, these questions, and it can give us, even more insight into Dylan's case, and sort of kind of clear up some stuff that has been said that people have questions about. So I plead the fifth. No, he said his name was Ty. Oh, okay. I'm talking about Kurt dressing in drag. Okay. But I don't think that even matters anymore. So much has already came out. It had nothing to do with Dylan, why Kurt hated Chase. Well, I don't think that a lot of people like Chase, honestly. I don't think he's very well liked because he steals everything. So a lot of the people around there don't really like him. And they don't really like Robert for the same reasons. So, I there was some information that was really interesting given to me yesterday about Robert Avilas. Um, so I'll leave that there. Yeah, Chase was stealing everybody's crap, basically. I mean, I think even Jim Terry said something like that. Like, he's a bad guy. I mean, he's stealing all over the place. So, people paid attention to where he was. Like, if you're out there and there's not police departments really, I mean, they're like an hour away. You police yourself. And, when you see the thief that runs around the desert, like come near your stuff, you tell everybody else, like, hey, seen Chase. I don't know what he's chasing today, but it's like sort of like that. But yeah, I don't think he was too well liked out there. So, uh, hang on a second. You guys know I don't like to smoke on cam. Forgive me. I plead the fifth. I would like to know more about how Chase and Robert are connected, how they met. Yeah. Yep. Let me see. I want to put that up since I'm torturing you guys without seeing me on cam. I'm kidding. I would like to know more about how Chase and Robert are connected, how they met, how long they knew each other. Would Robert help him hide Dylan? Well,